how did you learn your English? Because like your English is really good, but you said you're from Korea,
I'm from
which
Korea.
I'm guessing it means you've never studied abroad or like gone to another country to study English.
Yes.
Or
So you guys, as you guys can see, I speak in a British accent.
Yeah,
So
you
which
do.
is very odd and
Yeah.
unique in Korea
it
because
is really
in
unique.
general Koreans all study in an American accent standard.
That's true.
So to be honest, I was a strict Cali accent speaker.
Cali?
I was a Cali accent. I was a Valley girl.
Why? Why?
Do you know
why
the? Do you know the like a
specifically Cali?
standardized like a stereotypical Cali girl accent like, hey, where are you?
Oh
and
my
like,
god!
oh my gosh.
We always say, "Oh my god."
I
for
want
some
to. I'm
reason.
going to go to Starbucks
and get my
get
frappe.
my frappe, and I'm gonna get my
Shake
ice
that
americano. But the problem is, I speak
Yeah.
too fast, and people
Ah,
barely
okay.
understand my Cali girl accent.
Yeah.
I switched my gender for a couple of years, but and the end of the
Yeah.
day, I decided to use British accent because
Yeah.
it's posh.
It is pretty posh.
It's
I do love a
posh.
good like British accent. I do have this thing when I'm
Yes.
on the podcast. I start speaking in a British accent out of nowhere.
I can,
I'm just
I can have high expectations for that.
Please don't.
Can I have
fake.
a bottle of water?
A bottle of water. Do you want some water? You just want to shimmer and you talk in a
Yeah,
British.
yeah.
A bottle of water. They're just so
like,
much more posh.
you have to like you have to pump up your chest.
You
And
have to be like, I'm better than you.
I'm better than you. Yeah,
So much
yeah.
better than you.
British
Not those
peop-
Americans.
British people may be better than Americans.
well, they did colonize half of the world.
Controversial,
so-
controversial, yes,
Controversial, but I think their English, personally as an American, I think their English is better.
yeah,
In the sense that it does
yeah.
sound more posh.
Yes.
I think an American accent is just like a remix of a lot of things. That's what I would, because you go, a part of America speaks a New York accent, a Southern accent. There's so many different
Yeah,
accents, which
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the UK also has a remix.
I
of that
have a
accent
friend
too.
from Ohio, and he
Yeah.
speaks very standardized American accent,
Oh,
like very
okay.
Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go to the South.
Howdy,
Girl.
y'all.
Yeah, I'm
and
just like,
then like just park the car over the
You have
street.
to park
And
the
am I
car.
being right?
That's
If I'm
New
being
York.
right, oh
no, that's New York. Yeah, park the car. I think that's New York.
Park the car. Oh,
then-
no,
then-
I can't offend everybody from Alabama or Georgia, so I can't do that.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes
Okay,
even an
yes.
Alabama accent, I'm like, oh, what? But yeah, that's like the beauty of English.
Beauty
There's
of
so
English.
many different
Beauty of
accents
English.
that you can have. Well, even in Korea, I would say like when you go to Busan, it's different. You go to Jeju, you're like, what are y'all saying? Because I don't
Hot.
know what you're saying.
Hot.
Is it? You like a Busan accent?
Yeah, it's hot.
I do like a Busan
You like
accent too.
hot.
For some reason, it's very masculine.
Hot.
He's like, yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
But then you go to Jeju, and I'm like, I don't know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
the accent itself is very explicit. That's the
not.
issue.
It's very explicit. But yeah, it's like the beauty of language. You have
The
different
beauty of
accents.
language. Yes.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I mean, you can make fun of it, but like at the same time, like there's no such thing as like correct English. I'm eating the microphone. I'm eating the microphone, y'all. I just ate the microphone. But yeah, you can't really make fun of it because like everybody speaks it differently. you know?
Everybody speaks in a very
Yeah,
different
yeah,
way
'cause-
because I
yeah.
know, but actually we actually had the discussion before. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I sent the Google form, I told them like I never went to a British international school.
Yeah, so like I'm wondering how you got the accent.
I
How did you
watch-
get from the Valley accent to the British accent?
Okay, so originally I studied English by watching toxic Hollywood films
Not
and
toxic Hollywood.
toxic
film.
Netflix reality shows. Yeah.
Like which ones?
Do you know the Real Housewives
Oh,
series?
which one did you watch?
I watched the Beverly Hills.
Oh my! That's why you had the Valley girl accent.
I'm sorry, Mom. I
Oh
was
my
watching
God.
old white women fighting each other.
You know what? I love a messy show. I love a
I
messy
love a
reality
messy
show.
and then
Yeah.
yes, and I also not intentionally, but
Yeah.
I was kind of compatible with the language
Oh,
when I was
okay.
a baby.
Yeah.
So my mom and my dad actually bought me a lot of contents related with English, like textbooks or like
Oh.
back then we used CDs and
CDs.
and
We're showing our age, Juan. We're showing
we're
our age.
25. We're Facebook generation.
Boy, you are Gen Z.
Well, I'm Gen Z.
I'm a millennial.
And I don't do TikTok.
It's okay. Well,
I mean,
I do, but like I don't scroll. I post and leave the app.
well, you need to get money
Facts.
and you need to get fame.
If you need fame, you need to be on TikTok.
I mean, this
Juan.
could be a great start for the next opportunity of
Yeah,
my
Juan.
life. So I never lived abroad.
Yeah.
And I never went to international school, and I don't have any foreign work experiences.
That
I
is
just
so
fully dived into the content.
Yeah.
And I love the culture, and I love the language, the intonation, the pronunciation, everything.
Yeah.
And you know what? Americans make shitty but highly provocative, entertaining shows. They're so good at it.
American shows.
And you know
Yeah.
what? So my accent may be British, but my intonation could
Yeah.
be really like, bitch.
American. Like you're like unfiltered. 'Cause I feel like Americans are very
I'm
unfiltered.
filtered and unfiltered. I
I
have
was-
3 different egos in my brain at the moment. Yes. And then
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I got British accent,
Yeah.
I got these questions so many times. So I just
I'm
say that,
curious,
like,
actually.
I just watched a lot of Harry Potter movies.
Really? That's how you got the accent?
That could be a great explanation.
Yeah.
But I'm just smart.
Facts.
I'm
You
just
know what?
talented.
Just say that.
I can switch accents whenever I want to.
Just say that, Juan. I can also do that.
I can switch accents whenever I want to, bitches.
You're gonna start speaking a southern accent or something like that. It
Yeah.
does take a lot for like somebody's brain to switch accents, by the way. So that does mean you're quite
Yeah,
intelligent.
and actually,
Yeah.
like, you can have a really like a different persona of yourself. Like I think. Do you speak any other languages?
Oh,
by
I
the
speak
way?
4.
Oh shit!
That's why I can switch my accents
This is
easily.
the problem. When I was 8, when
Yeah.
I was able to speak 2 languages,
Yeah.
I was recognized as a genius. And now in 2024, everybody speaks 3 or 4.
Like it's 2 plus now.
It's so shitty. Like when I was I was the hope of my family when I was 8. Now I'm the biggest failure of my family. That's an issue.
When you were 8, they're like, "Oh my God, you speak 2 languages." As a grown person, you're like, everybody speaks like 3 or more languages.
Yes,
It's like
and-
pretty common now.
And you have an African background, so
Of course,
you have
like it's like a
diverse
it's like a
root of,
tribe. I have a tribal language. I have the national language. I have English. Then I have Korean. I learned French and I learned Chinese, but I forgot those 2. So my French and Chinese is not good.
That's the bad bitch.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
a bad
brain's
successful
been working
bitch.
since I was kid. And you know what's funny? I recently had a reel on my Instagram that says I would never date someone who speaks only 1 language. It's
Oh,
2
you
or
said
more.
that?
Yes, in the comments. I never knew there were
Oh.
that many monolinguals in the world. People are going crazy. I'm still beating the mic up. People are going crazy. And I
Wait,
was just
so
like,
that-
it's that serious?
Did they DM you?
They weren't DM me. I wouldn't say anybody really DM
So they
me.
were offended.
But like the comments, people are so offended that I was like, I would never date someone who doesn't speak at least 2 languages.
They're Americans.
Not gonna lie. And I'm an American too, and it's just so weird because it's also, you know, a personal like, what is it? It's something I look for. I don't tell you have to date someone who speaks 2 languages, right? You can do whatever you want. I'm doing whatever I want, and I only date people who speak 2 or more, right? But people in the
Yeah.
comments are like, "She's stupid." I'm like, "Yeah, you speak 1, I speak 4. So who's stupid here?" You know, it just doesn't make sense.
She's a badass bitch and highly intelligent and also paradoxically smarter
Girl.
than those who left stupid comments on
Yeah,
Instagram.
and people who comment, I'm like, "Are you okay? Like, don't you have something better to do?"
They're not okay. That's why they're leaving comments on Instagram and always trying to start up a fight and an argument.
No, I have never left a comment and argued with somebody.
Of course, that's a waste of time. I'm
goes
tired of
fine.
arguing in real life.
Right, for you to sit there
Yeah,
I'm so
and
mad.
you don't even know who he or she is,
and you will never meet that person.
never meet that person. You'll probably like 12 hours of flights.
Like literally a different country away.
You have to pay a couple $1,000s to see
Literally.
him or her. And
Juan,
then
I
to
was so
start up a
confused.
fight.
I was looking at the comments like, are these people actually okay? Like, why are
Yeah.
you so mad?